Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Coles, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris. And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D TV for today's date, February 21st, 2025. I'm your host, your guy, the Squatch Detective Steve Coles, along with my co-host right down there, Mr. Chris Bennett. Hello, Chris.
Steve, man, it's good to see you. Hope everything's going well for you in New York. We got some of your weather down here. We'd like to give it back as soon as possible. Been having the single digits at night. I don't like that.
We're shipping it back to Canada with their hockey team too.
They can they can take the cold weather back with them because we don't want any more of it. It's cold. It's cold.
Supposed to be 40s by Sunday in here.
Well, I hope so. I don't know. I hope I've got enough antifreeze in my tractor. My tractor's in the barn. Well, one of them. I hope I've got enough antifreeze in it because if not, it probably was undone last night.
Oh, you don't want to crack the old radiator, huh?
Yeah, or the block, something with my luck. But I've got some antifreeze in there, but I don't know if I got enough in there where it'll take care of it down to 0 degrees, But maybe we'll be okay. We'll see. But hope everything's been going all right.
Everything is going wonderful. The reason why we had a little late start is because I just spent 2 hours on Bigfoot and Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
We pre-taped for, I think, March 12th, I think.
Uh-huh.
So with Cliff and Bobo and Matt Pruitt, who's been on the show as well.
Yeah, Matt.
And great show. We covered a lot of ground, covered a lot about the books and some of the stuff that's in the books, covered a lot about hoaxing in there. They have a members only section. So I did a 1 hour of the general and then 1 hour for the members only. We talked about hoaxers. So,
right. And Cliff's still got his, he's got a museum out
there.
Oh,
yeah. In fact, he had some stuff going on with that, and he had to break away for 10 minutes to do a news, one of the news channels, and he wanted to interview him. So it's always good for his museum to do that. So
he hangs out at the museum there, or he has, some high school kid running.
Oh no, he's very much involved with that.
Good.
So
that's good because a lot of people are going to come in there and want to meet him. Hey,
so I've already been talking for 2 hours already.
Yeah. Well, you probably need to get a drink, something with a little lemon in it, soothe the old vocal cords. Yeah, that'll work. A 2-liter.
Yeah.
That wasn't Snapple, was it?
No.
Well, we got a little bit late start tonight, but better than never,
Well, a lot has been going on the last 24 hours.
Right.
Because as you know, my mind is always spinning about this topic, especially with the advent of artificial intelligence. What can it do for us to better
right.
that?
How to utilize that tool to make Bigfoot research better.
Right. So I utilized a new AI tool that just got announced a couple of days ago. And although it's not great for graphics,
right.
It is great for scrubbing data.
Right.
And this is where we come up with the term Bigfoot by the numbers. And I got to say, I also just wrote a scientific paper as well, basically a refutation of Flo Foxon's bear study. So that one will be coming out. But where will it be coming out? Because I'm letting everybody know the blog is back.
Oh, yeah.
And that's on squatchdetective.com.
And now we have a log, and we're going to talk about Bigfoot by the numbers.
Yeah, you're looking kind of cartoony there in that.
That's right. I'm looking like I'm animated there. Yep.
Okay, all right.
So, but we're talking about Bigfoot by the numbers, and I started running numbers on New York last night,
Right.
and then I ran it on New York, Massachusetts, and Vermont.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of key factors I asked for. We'll be looking at that tonight, and this is where artificial intelligence can help us. It can give us statistics.
Yeah.
And what I did this morning was I woke up like, I wonder if I can run it. Thank you, Boris.
We got to do the we haven't done the roll call yet, man.
I am
do the roll call
late tonight, so that's why I kind of skipped over that. But let's do the roll call while we're here.
Yeah.
So first in tonight was Sharon from
Sharon.
Hello, and a catch as well as Relic Hominin.
Yeah.
Our Europeans have popped in, said hello. Mitch Hargrove, hello, Mitch. Martin Stiltz, Hominid Academia.
Martin.
Walter Kroll, good to see you, Walter, my brother.
Welcome.
Karen Fisher in the house. Boris Kahn, Goony Goo Goo.
Boris.
Don Come Out Jr., always here as well. Angel Nolan, hello, Angel, good to see you. Who else? The Susie Monster. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Jen, our bouncer, is in the house. Good to see you, Jen. Who else? Fighting the Trackway, Bill, what's going on? He is here as well. Elm, a.k.a. Faster Man, Chris, good to see you. And I'm sorry I had to move the time up a half hour, and that's because they asked me to do an extra hour tonight. So that got me off about 9:15, gave me a little chance to refresh and relieve.
Do we get Arthur? Arthur Watt?
I believe we got Arthur Watch. If not, hello, Arthur. Sorry I missed you.
I think that's everybody.
I don't
think we missed anybody. I don't see Grasshopper, so. If you catch us on the replay, Grasshopper, I was looking for you.
That's right. But anyway, I got up this morning and I was like, I wonder if I could use this AI tool to scrub every available Bigfoot database with a parameter to check for duplicate entries.
Yeah.
So if anything was reported at the same date, it was eliminated. Same date and location, it was eliminated from what we came up with. And what we came up with was pretty friggin' amazing, I think.
Good.
It was amazing last night coming up with the information, but to do it for the entire country. And I mean, we were looking at the BFRO database. We scrubbed that. We scrubbed the GCBRO database, scrubbed that. Yeah. The Bigfoot mapping project, we scrubbed that. Right. We scrubbed the John Green database. We scrubbed the Oregon Bigfoot database. We scrubbed a few others as well.
So you put in the parameters, the search parameters, and it looked in all these databases and compiled the information that you requested. All for you.
Not only did I put in some of the databases,
right,
but it also found a couple of other databases for me.
Wow. Oh, cool.
Like Oregon Bigfoot. I didn't put that. I didn't think they had a database, but it found it.
Can you imagine how many hours or weeks it would have taken to
months,
all that information?
Maybe even a year or two.
Yeah,
we and mind you, the parameter was for visual sightings only.
Right.
So any audible accounts flushed, any trackways flushed. It's not incorporated into these.
Okay, these were somebody actually saw the creature with their own eyes,
and that is correct, Boris. Oregon Bigfoot is the one Autumn Williams runs.
Yeah, Autumn, great researcher.
Yeah. So.
She's been kind of quiet.
The number of reports that were included in this, it looked at 5,577 reports.
Those are all visual sightings?
All visual sightings spanning decades.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And it did it for me in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing about that is out of those 5,500 and some sightings, the skeptics they would have to have every one of them to be either a hoax or a misidentification. All we need to prove that Bigfoot exists is one.
And mind you, when we're looking at the BFRO reports and all these reports, these are the published reports. These are not the rejected reports.
Right.
And these are all visual sighting reports. Again, we've excluded audible, excluded tracks, we've excluded anything out of that. And we also used the Squatch Detective Bigfoot map. My own the sighting reports that I have, the visual ones that I have added to it. Right. So we have a total of 5,577 reports. Yes, 5577. Because over here I have my and the data we asked for. The data we asked for was very simple. First, let's look at sightings by state.
That's true. Don't need a whole one.
So it took me longer to put all the data together in chart form than it did and compile a methodology report, which I have. But there's our sighting chart. Notice Washington comes in way high.
Yeah.
Followed by California.
Right.
Oregon.
Well, Kentucky has more than I thought it would have, because I think most of the ones in Kentucky go unreported.
So there's your number of sightings broken down by state.
My God, look at Illinois. Illinois is way up there. Yeah. It's almost equal to Florida.
Now, you forget, I've been to 46 of these states. Mm-hmm. And you notice Hawaii is not on there?
Oh, look at this. Jay Fritz come in strong.
Thank you, Jay. Hello.
Thank you so much, Jay. You're too kind.
So
we need to ring a bell or something when somebody does that. Thank you so much.
Jay. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we have something in our, you know what? I thought I had an applause, but it's not there anymore. I think I accidentally
we'll have Woo!
They lead the way, bringing truth to you today. Science, light, and clarity.
All right, enough of that. Back to business.
We better quit before I hurt my back.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell this is a true story. Years when I was a little kid, we were at a wedding and they were doing the hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my mother threw her left hip out. No lie. On the left hip, she threw it right out. She ended up limping home.
Oh, man. Where is Ohio? Jim wants to know, where is Ohio?
Ohio is right
there. There it is. Yeah. I guess, yeah. It's kind of hard to see. I guess if you can make it full screen, but if you make it full screen while you're watching in the chat, then you can't see the chat. So it's kind of frustrating. Just look back during the replay and then make it full screen. But Ohio is way up there too. But what shocked me is Illinois, because I've driven all through Illinois. Now, I guess They do have some woods and stuff.
Oh, they have a lot of sightings there, believe it or not.
Yeah. But Illinois is way up there. And the most thing I can remember driving across Illinois is open fields of corn, basically. And they've got one section there, it's got windmills. And I mean, you'll drive along Interstate 74 for a while before you get out of the
Now,
windmill.
mind you, I'm sure some states are underreported too.
I'm sure. Yeah. I know.
Like Maine and Vermont
Right.
seem a little bit underreported. But think about it. Maine and Vermont lack a lot of internet connectivity, or at least did
Yeah.
prior to the last 5 years.
Well, I think the
So maybe
majority
they-
of people that see these things are rural people, and they don't want to tell the world about it anyway. Most of them.
there's that as well.
Yeah, you got some that maybe want to get 5 minutes of fame or
One of
something.
the big takeaways from this.
Illinois River sightings. Yeah, that's right, Martin.
So
Maine's word of mouth. Don said, yeah. A lot of people around here in Kentucky might see something and they'll maybe talk to one of their buddies about it, but they never, they don't want to get online or make any phone calls or anything. They don't want to feel like, that guy sees Bigfoot everywhere. You know what I mean?
So the amazing thing is, if you look at the more rural the state, the higher the sightings go up. If you
Right.
look at Delaware, you can't count New Jersey because they have the Pine Barrens and they do have some
Yes.
state forest there too.
Right.
North Dakota, I'm sure, is underreported. But you look at states like, Wisconsin has a number of over 100 sightings listed. Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Idaho. I mean, all of the states that have big rural areas have some representation.
Well, I'm surprised Oregon doesn't have more sightings. Because if you look, Oregon has less sightings than Ohio. You got
Again,
California, and then you got Oregon, and then Washington State.
right. But if you take out some databases, you'll
Right.
see Oregon higher representatively by percentage. And what it is that we have, this is the culmination of several databases,
Yeah.
not just the BFRO, not just the GCBRO, not just, the Bigfoot Mapping Project. This is all of them put together.
Right.
Right. So,
Hmm.
so that's what makes this very interesting stuff. Sightings by month. Let's take a look at that. And we find our high sightings by month, June and July.
Well, that's odd because that's not the way it is around here.
But then again, this is a national basis.
Right.
Not now you look at I'm trying to find that one chart that we pulled up earlier. Oh. We look at New York,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, Vermont, and Massachusetts, which is my neck of the woods, the Northeast.
Right.
You looked at September, October in New York is the biggest reporting month.
Yeah.
Same with Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But you go over to Vermont and it's kind of sporadic.
Right.
But you look at, that's because there's a very low number of sightings in Vermont.
Well, if you'll notice,
Or
Vermont.
reported sightings.
Yeah, if you notice, Vermont in June and July is up 14.3, and then they kind of drop off during August, and then September it pops back up. But New York goes boom in September,
But
and then October 18.3.
look at the month of September for all four of those states.
Yeah. They're all high. Yeah.
Right. And is it a coincidence that July and August seem to be busy for Massachusetts,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden it becomes busy for New York and Massachusetts drops? So what we're looking at here is a possible, as we continue to refine this, we'll revisit this in a year, and we'll revisit this in a year later, and we'll keep revisiting this every year because now the numbers should start to show us a pattern.
Right.
And if I wanted to, I could break this up by year as well.
Yeah. That is neat. 17.4 Massachusetts.
Well, hello to Jackson Gregory who popped in. Oop,
Let me bring that up. I'll get him, Steve.
there we go.
Jackson Gregory says, I had one last year in Kentucky, the Saturday before the Kentucky Derby with a friend. So fast and didn't even expect it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Jackson, and thank you for sharing. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
And kick yourself, kick your feet up, make yourself at home.
Always
And,
good to get another Kentucky neighbor in here.
That's right. So, you look at the, the one sighting, but the national average is there.
I think usually the Kentucky Derby is sometime around the first week of May, I think. Something like that.
Yep.
I'll have to look it up.
Now, here's another statistics we pull up. The time of day. 35% of sightings were at dusk.
First week of May. Yeah.
But if you look at all the sightings, right,
Mm-hmm.
you look at a creature that's up at dusk and probably goes beds down sometime in the morning hours.
Right.
And if you look at that, it's 75% of sightings are from evening to morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see them at night too. That's why I don't like to go at night because, I can't see in the dark. And I do have that night vision binocular set with the infrared. That's pretty good. But if the batteries run down in that, I'd be kind of messed.
Yeah, but like I said, there isn't a time period there aren't Bigfoot sightings.
Right.
And but if you look at this, it does lend some credibility that they're nocturnal.
Yeah.
Because think about it, from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m., we don't lurk around the forests too much. We don't drive the roads too much. It's the lowest percentage of Homo sapiens on
Right.
that are up because we are diurnal. So from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., usually we're asleep.
Right.
So 15% at night is actually a pretty high amount when you think about it.
That makes sense.
Right.
And that's probably going to be.
But look at the evening number, 35%, 10%
Right.
that bigger than everything else.
Right. 6 p.m. to 12, 8. Well, 6 p.m. to midnight. Yeah. But my sightings have been daytime, except when I got the eye shine. But
then again, if you're going into their territories, you're going to see them in the daytime.
right.
If you think about it, many, many years ago, people forget about this, but we've had them on the show years ago. I think before even you were the co-host of the show. I think Billy was co-host, or it might have even been Mark at the time, who was one of the first co-hosts. We had Scott Harriet on the show. And Scott Harriet actually he was with a video guy, and they actually got a video of it. And it's amazing when you actually see what they're looking at, because it's hard to tell, but then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, that's a face.
Yeah.
Right. You see the eyes blinking.
Right.
And this is back in the 1990s, early 1990s. So forget about AI, forget about digital animatronics, forget about CGI. This is all before that time. It was taped with a VHS camera.
This one was not a velvet face Muppet.
This was a film. This was a film camera.
Yeah.
Right? VHS tape.
Yeah.
Which is film because it's off a tape.
Right. It is. It's magnetic tape. Yeah.
So And that was in the daytime. But what was it doing? He was laying down sleeping and it was under a log.
Right.
And his partner, Scott's partner, I forget his name, was freaked out. I
Yeah.
mean, you're trying to talk about a guy who, and they videotaped it at the end of it, was crying about it. Was literally crying and shaking.
Yeah, it's hard to know what your mind will do until you're put in that situation. The people, I think.
Oh, absolutely, Marty. Marty says, PM me tomorrow. He has a black belt in statistics.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and he says the Florida data here. Yep.
Very
And,
good.
yep. So you can see that and leveraging AI can be a good friggin' thing if it can do stuff like this. And truthfully, I'll tell people I used Grok to do this. Now, Grok is the Twitter or X or Elon Musk. That was his new AI that's supposed to be that just came out last week. And boy, did it scrub away. And it actually printed me the methodology. I'm like, oh.
Wow. Well, if it compiled this information from all those reports of visual sightings only, that is awesome. I can't imagine,
Right.
Having to do that manually. My God.
Right. And let's, so whereas, now there's another thing too, is, there is, I forget the name of it. It's a new term to me, but there is a creature that moves from basically evening to mid-morning, right?
We'll start something here. We're late too, we're late too, Mick. Don't worry about it, bud. It's good to see you, though. Thank you.
Now here's something else too: sighting by weather, where weather data was available. Clear, fog, and 30% of the sightings was on a cloudy day, not even on a clear day. Clear day was tied with a rainy day. Not so much in snow, but then again, we don't move around in snow either. And fog was 20%.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I was telling you, we was talking about that a little bit before the show. It was either 2011 or 2012. My buddy John and I went out, and we got a good snow over around the park and the areas next to or around the park area over there that we researching. And we thought, oh, we got a good blanket of snow on the ground, man. We're going to get in there. We're going to find these tracks, and there's no way they're going to be able to get away from us. They're not going to be able to give us the slip because we'll just follow those tracks in the snow. And we walked and walked and walked and walked and didn't come across a single track nowhere.
Right.
I don't know. I thought they might have went to Florida or something, or they were holed up in a cave.
Now, here is the stat that I was very interested in as well. Sightings by color. And black comes in at 40%, brown at 30%, reddish brown at 20%, and the other two kind of at 5%.
Yeah, the white and the gray. That's not very often you get a report of those. Not very often. And yet, in some areas, like in around Burkesville, Cumberland County, Kentucky, that was the ones there were white, multiple creatures. There were 3 of them, and they were all white.
So Mick asked a question. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is. And that is the site I use right there, Weather Underground. See if I can't.
Oh. The Weather Underground. You get that, right?
Right? And I don't know if that does Canada, but um, just on a whim, it looks like it only does the United States. Oh, there we are. So say you want to look at the weather on July 28th, and it goes back. Look how far back it goes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. 2004
Yeah.
view,
Let's do that.
and there was the weather for that day. And what it'll do is, besides the nice ads over there,
oh, it's cold at night. Wow, look at that, 60s night.
gives you wind speed, windy too, right? Gives you the summaries.
What was the high? High temperature was 73. July, the high was 73.
Yep, and this is in Fahrenheit.
Vancouver's pretty far north. Yeah.
Now watch this. This is the also cool time. Tells you what the moon was. It was a waxing gibbous. What time it rose. What time it set. Gave you the nautical twilight, astronomical, civil twilight, actual time, sunrise, sunset. And then it gives you an hour by hour daily observation. And a lot of ads.
Well, that's good.
So that is what I use. Yeah. Wasn't it a terrorist organization?
Yeah, that's what it was, man. That's what I was thinking. That's what back in the 60s, I think, or early 70s, that's what's going on.
Believe it or not, in my book, the Sasquatch Playbook, I actually have the weather data for Bluff Creek, California for October 20th, 1967. I have the data for that whole week. So data is so, I mean, you can pull data up so.
Oh my gosh. Bruce says 73 is unusually cold for Vancouver in July. I would think so because, man.
Mick is using big words again.
In July, I mean, we get like, every day is like, go outside at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 95 degrees already. Yeah.
Well, that comment was not shallow nor pedantic. I have not, Jen. Jen asked me if I've seen no.
Yeah, the weathermen, yeah, but they had an organization called the Weather Underground. I'm pretty sure that's what they were.
Yeah, I think they call themselves the Weathermen, though, too.
Yeah, they did. And Bob Dylan sang about them. Sure did.
So if people want to see more and see these charts in action, this is all over right here.
Right.
At Squatch-D's blog.
Okay.
And let me give you a little taste of what.
Everybody listening on the podcast, Steve, what's the website to get to the Squatch-D's blog? SquatchDetective.com. Is that correct?
And this is what I actually wrote. While witnesses' sightings flood online forums and historical records, a deeper numerical analysis provides a clearer picture of Bigfoot's presence across the United States. Leveraging comprehensive data sets from multiple sources, including the BFRO, the Bigfoot Mapping Project, Oregon Bigfoot, the Squatch Detective Archives, and the Gulf Coast Bigfoot Research Organization, and the John Green Database, I might add, too. We analyze where, when, and under what conditions these sightings occur. The data-driven approach highlights the frequency of reports, the states where Bigfoot is most seen, and other factors such as weather, time of day, even the reported smell. So yes, we have reported smell. This is another statistic, although there's no chart, in about 12% of the sightings. That's up from about 5% from a couple of decades ago.
Mm.
So, again, analyzing 5,577 reported Bigfoot sightings, we see a clear geographical pattern emerge in certain states, particularly those with dense forests. Washington with 724 sightings,
Yeah.
California, Florida, Ohio, Illinois, Oregon, Texas, and Michigan are the top 8 states.
Yeah.
At the other end of the spectrum, states with the fewest forests and smaller rural areas report the least number of sightings, such as Delaware and Rhode Island, which account for just 0.09% of the total reports.
Yeah, but man, to be fair though, when you're driving through there, if you blink, you'll miss it. It's not very.
Oh, Rhode Island, you will,
Yeah.
certainly. Not so much Delaware, but Delaware is a pretty small state, too.
Or on the interstate. I mean, nothing against that. That's fine,
Now, Charles Hobart runs the Bigfoot Mapping Project, suggests the late summer and early fall are peak times for sightings. This aligns with the idea that Bigfoot is more likely to be seen when people are hiking, camping, and spending more time in wooded areas. The best time to see Bigfoot, dawn and dusk. Anecdotal reports consistently indicate that Bigfoot sightings occur during low light conditions, likely due to their nocturnal, or that's it, crepuscular nature. A crepuscular creature is one that moves from dusk to dawn. Just so you know, like believe it or not, a bobcat is crepuscular. It's not nocturnal, it's crepuscular. That's why I saw mine at about 9 o'clock in the morning in my backyard, because they're not nocturnal, they're crepuscular, which means they hang out in the mornings too.
Yeah.
What does Bigfoot look and smell like? While a stereotypical image of Bigfoot is a large, dark, furred creature, data suggests variability in its appearance. Predominant fur colors, black, brown, and reddish brown. Less common colors, gray, white, or a mix. Estimated height, 6 to 9 feet tall. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect reports is the common mention of a foul smell. Descriptions range from rotting meat to sulfur, and about 12.5% of Class A sightings where the creature was seen clearly indicate a mention of a strong putrid odor. This matches reports from the BFRO case studies and historical encounters where the smell is often described as overpowering. So I talk a little bit more about that, and there are some sources that we use for this.
Well, I like I opened your blog up. I like that you got the charts on there. That's handy.
Yep.
All the information.
Well, this is my paid website, and it actually has a blog where you can create a blog page. So you can get on there and comment. You can search it as more articles come in. There'll be another article coming up real shortly about Flo Foxon's bear study. And basically, I wrote a scientific paper to combat that, and that will be on the blog at some point within the week. So I'm kind of opening up a little more, writing a bit to stuff. As we get into the summer, videos will start, and spring videos will start inundating the website. I decided to sharpen up. We're going to try to do everything. We're going to be in video media, the multimedia with YouTube, and we're going to move over to the blog where I can do more scientific stuff like this.
Yeah, Martin, I think that'd be a good idea, man. Especially if you like to throw the numbers around. Good stuff. And yeah, it's obvious why you don't see Bigfoot in Hawaii. I kind of agree with that too. Australia is an island too, but oh boy, is it bigger? Wow.
Well, I'm surprised. And there's Grasshopper. See, we mentioned him earlier when he wasn't here. Now he's here. No, Stetson, not Old Smile. How about High Karate?
Oh no, man.
I see Grant Rasha popped in as well.
We are brute men in this house. Brute. High alcohol content. When you throw it on your face, you go, woo. Good for the skin. Toughens up the man too. Woo.
Oh, Australia is not only a continent, it's also a country.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big. It's big. Not like Hawaii. the island. Of course, they do. They claim, reports of Bigfoot sightings in the UK.
But
Oh,
if you think about it, um, Australia broke off from Asia when it was Pangea. Remember? Everything
right,
broke up, as did England as well. The UK broke
Mhm.
off from,
right.
you know, Hawaii is a strictly volcanic island that sprouted up from the ocean floor.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's much younger than the rest of the continents. Yeah.
So yes, the blog is back. So, but I feel that thank you, Walter. Yeah, and like I said, as I was talking on the Bigfoot and Beyond podcast, I talked a little bit about AI and about leveraging it. And there's a whole chapter in the book coming up March 1st about using AI and leveraging it and how we can leverage AI
Mhm.
to further research. And
Well, it's a great idea because, man, we were talking about if you had to put all that work together manually, it would have taken, weeks, if not months. That's a lot of work.
yeah, I would write 3 or 4 paragraphs and I would like format this, please cite, give me some references for it.
Yeah, right,
And boom. And then a lot of my time was spent putting the bibliography and the citations together
right.
and verifying them as well. But it was a lot easier just to click on them and go, okay, yep, it's good. Yep, okay, it's good.
Yeah.
But there is a section here. Where is it? Leveraging artificial intelligence in Bigfoot research, a technological paradigm shift. And I think today was a great example of that, showing everybody these stats today.
Right.
I'm doing it right now, and it's because I have been so driven by AI and how innocuously it started with enhancing the channel, right? With imagery and videos. If anybody watches the intro video, you see the graphics now move, the Bigfoot move in
Yeah.
graphics, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody hasn't seen the intro, watch the intro. The Bigfoot now takes off and walks, and it's amazing how we bring the pictures to life.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating though because the second one he's all the time he's walking behind the Squatch Detective logo.
But I like that because it kind of adds
Yeah.
to that mystique.
He's hid. That's right. He's hid. That's true to life.
Now, Mick asked me, what tools do I use? It depends on what I'm doing. Charts, I use ChatGPT. Data scrubs, I use Grok. Looking at scientific documents, I use Claude AI. Image generation, Bing. That's the image generation. It's enhanced by my use of Canva, which makes a lot of the graphics for the show. I'm giving away the secrets. I don't care.
Welcome, Roy. Good to see you, buddy.
So these are all tools. Now, music. Let's see, music.
Steve Kaiju Ninja's got a question. Says, do you think investigating in the winter is really worth it, or would you rather just wait until spring?
Great question, Kaiju Ninja, and this is my philosophy on that. I only go. A lot of my areas are shut down in the wintertime. Research Area 1 has a gate with a padlock on it because the roads are bad and they're nearly impassable because of the snowfall. And of course, it's elevated, so it's up, a couple of thousand feet above where I'm at now. So it's covered in snow, and if trees fall, and we had a lot of ice this year, so there's probably a lot of trees down. Two things. I only go out in winter if it's a fresh sighting. If somebody saw a Bigfoot at so-and-so,
Right.
right? I'm there. Okay. They saw a Bigfoot 2 days ago, last week, whether, okay, I'll go down there, look for trace evidence at tracks, whatever. Very important I do that. But for the most part, for safety and for comfort, I stay out of the forests in the wintertime and the middle of the summertime when it's extremely hot, where heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and not to mention a shit ton of bugs, parasitic bugs, bugs that cause Lyme disease, bugs that cause encephalitis, bugs that cause other types of disease. I stay out usually I stay out of the woods about the end of May. The end of May is about where I draw the line. And then June and July, I generally stay out of the woods. Unless, of course, again, this is all contingent on whether or not there is a hot, fresh sighting. So more often than not, you will find myself out in the woods in the summertime, but not on a regular basis. That's when the fall starts to move in. September, boom, I'm there. I'm there a lot. October, same thing. First couple of weeks of November. Then we break for Thanksgiving and the crappy weather moves into New York. So we have a very short window of time. But as you can see,
And I think a lot of it's going to depend on your area too, where you're at, because I don't think these things stick around at the same spot.
As you can see by the chart, that's the reason why September and October, we're on it. And even the end of August a little bit. So we're on it right about there. So
in Kentucky, it's early March, and for about maybe up to mid-April, and then late October through November. After that, it kind of falls off. During the summer, the sightings fall off.
Right. So that's why it's so important. But how did it start? I mean, it started with experimenting with AI, doing stuff like
Bigfoot's no more mystery.
that is AI. And we started playing with it. Then we started applying AI as it got better at applying, as it's able to look at the web and gather and garner information from the web. Because a lot of these systems, remember, a year ago we had Chat-GPT was at 1.0 or 1.5. It wasn't. Now it's even. So these AI platforms are advancing quicker, and a lot of them are available for free. Now, I pay for Chat-GPT Premium, and what I get with that is amazing. For example, it's helping me produce PowerPoint slides.
Right.
And then I take them and I tweak them. So it's saving me a bunch of time. It is like I said, in the book, I talk about AI using AI to streamline processes that usually take us. I mean, this whole Bigfoot project. I spent a couple of hours on it. I had the data within 10 minutes, and it took me that much time to format the rest of it. So the manual work takes hours long. But imagine if I had to collate every single report off a database.
Yeah.
It would have taken maybe even a couple of years.
That's a lot of information to go through.
Right. And that's how we can use AI to further research, to collate numbers, to gather statistics, because the statistics will show that this is a valid phenomenon, I believe.
Right. Yeah, Jackson. There's a lot hang around Kentucky in the early spring, and I don't know. I don't think they're active as much during the summer here, but I'm not going to be active during the summer because there's too many copperheads.
Yeah, Chris don't like snakes. I don't care about them.
Copperhead is a nasty snake to get bitten by. Yes. Even if you get the anti-venom, you got a good chance your leg is going to, let's say, decompose, to put it nicely.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to show something that's going to go ahead, Chris. Keep on talking, answering some questions in chat because I got something to show you.
Let me get my neighbor up here, Jackson Gregory. Says Jackson said when I had our sighting, it took 2 days to get all of them off. You and the dog. What do you have? A bunch of ticks on you, bud? The ticks are bad in Kentucky too. Snakes and ticks. That's the bad thing about summer. And they don't wait till summer. They'll start coming out in the spring too, about the mid-April, or even early April. The ticks are out. I went. I don't know. The first week of March, the first time I went, I put that deep woods off and stuff all over me, and I still came back and I had 4. I picked some off of me, just brushed them off in the field. And when I got home, I found 4 dug in, and I hate that. That's the worst feeling in the world. I've got a tick dug into me. That's a creepy feeling.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
I'm trying with this. Steve, next time you go golfing with Chris, tie a rubber snake to him. It's some fishing line. No, I'm not scared of snakes. It's just I don't like them. I think I don't. If you have a non-poisonous snake, well, I don't really love handling them or anything, but I'll pick one up. But now, if that thing is, I should have said venomous. Okay, I said poisonous. My bad. But the venomous snakes, oh no. If I walk up on one, I'll jump 3 feet straight up in the air to get away from it. Yes. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed of it one bit.
It never fails how you can never find something when you really flipping want it. I found it. I found it. There it is, Chris.
Oh, that's a pretty snake. What is it? What do they call that? A golden boa? Is that? I think
it's a boa constrictor. Yeah,
I can't remember. He's pretty. But yeah, those can bite you, but they don't inject any venom or anything. So, but that don't mean that I like them. No. Remember one time I was doing some work in my sister's house, some construction work. She was having me and my dad were kind of building the walls in her basement, kind of making a house downstairs.
Yeah, as you can see, snakes do not bother me.
My brother-in-law had a glass aquarium and had some big boa constrictors. One of them was white as snow. It was pretty, but it started trying to get up out of the tank, and I told him, you need to make sure he don't get out of the tank while I'm down here.
Neither is the desert tortoise.
Oh, those are cool. I've seen one of those.
That is a Saharan desert tortoise.
There used to be a reptile museum or a house up the road, reptile zoo, whatever you want to call it, back years ago, and they had a giant Galapagos tortoise there. That rascal was pretty neat. He would
I heard about that. Then he got sick, and they had to take him to the vet, and they found out he had reptile dysfunction.
I don't know what happened to him, but they'd hand him a head of it was either lettuce or cabbage. I can't remember because I was a kid when I seen it. And they just got that
reptile dysfunction.
In half for cabbage. It was cool. But, I was surprised and shocked at how big this thing was. It was huge.
Oh. Hang on, we're on a loop here.
Yeah. Yeah. He chomped that lettuce or that cabbage. I remember that. Mick says, Steve, I guarantee you'd be doing the funky chicken if a moccasin was coming at you. They're quick and scary. Yeah.
Oh, I actually I was poking a mortar moccasin with a stick one day. He came out and I was sitting there poking him and he was like bopping at the stick and I was like, and I forget who I was with. I think I was with Bill Brand at the time. He just shook his head like, you're crazy.
Yeah, Mick, hey, welcome, buddy. Anytime, come on down. If you're going to be in the Mammoth Cave area, Kentucky, give me a holler before you get here and we'll go out. And even if it's summertime, we'll take a walk. I can't guarantee you won't get bit, but I'm wearing snake boots, so I'm wearing boots that go past my knees when I go out in the summertime because I don't take no chances. I've seen copperhead bites on guys, and oh no, that's bad. They have the venom that it causes your flesh to get necrotic, turns black, decay. Even if you use the anti-venom quickly, there's a good chance you're going to lose part of the area where you've bitten. So I don't like fooling around those little rascals.
Well, folks, it is that time. Chris, get ready to take us out. It's been quick, hasn't it?
Oh man, yeah, it went by tonight. Well, we got a late start, so
yeah, we got a late start. We were out at 9:30. It's now 10:30. We had an hour. That hour flew by, didn't it?
It did. Well, this is great, man. I enjoyed the stuff you compiled. That is awesome.
And there's more to come.
A great tool, you guys. You got to look into AI to do this stuff with. It is a great tool for researching. Oh my God, I can't believe you would have saved months of work putting that together.
Years.
Possibly years. Yeah, it probably took me years to put that together for sure. But everybody in chat, thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you. You guys are the best. we can ask for any better. Thank you so much. And all you guys listening on the podcast, make sure you come by the YouTube channel at youtube.com at Squatch-D TV and check out the video so you can see those charts. Go over to Steve's blog over at squatchdetective.com. It'll get you there. Yep. And check out the blog. He's got all the charts on the blog too.
And we got more stuff coming. More. But if anybody has a question that they want AI to check out, send it over to me. Somebody can find out. You guys have some great ideas out there, and if you want me to compile some numbers or discover something, that's very true, Grant. But it's getting better. They've fixed a lot of those gaps in ChatGPT. I've been keeping an eye on. One of the things I knew, like I said, when I first started looking at this, I started following up because this is the big thing. AI is the big thing. It'll get better. It'll get fixed. There are some broken things, but it's slowly getting fixed. But anyway, folks, we will be back here Friday night. No, tonight's Friday. We'll be back here Sunday night. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Wednesday. What the hell?
Deja vu all over again.
Vujade. You know what Vujade is? Something you've never, ever experienced before in your life. Anyway,
yeah.
Oh, I agree, Pyromatic. Yeah. Exactly.
A lot of sightings don't get reported. That's true.
And you can see, like Vermont and Maine, with the low numbers they have. Yeah. So, anyway, folks, we will see you all here Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, with an all-new show. We'll catch you all in a little bit. Love you guys. Thanks for all you do. And thanks for supporting this channel. We'll catch you all Sunday night.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member. And it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.